Let me guess, you opened your insurance renewal this year and you thought it was a mistake. Same coverage, same building, no major claims. But the premiums jumped 15, 25, or maybe even 40%. And the worst part, no one explained why. If you own a small to medium-sized multi-unit building in DC, insurance isn't just going up, it's quietly reshaping your cash flow. Today, I'm going to explain why this is happening and what most DC landlords don't realize about their policies and what you can actually do about it. Because ignoring this bill is not a strategy. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Insurance carriers are dealing with increased climate-related claims, rising construction costs, higher jury awards in liability cases, reinsurance costs increase. When it costs more to rebuild, insurers charge more to insure. If your building would cost 30% more to reconstruct today than it did 5 years ago, your premium reflects that. But here's where DC landlords get hit hardest. Insurance carriers are reducing their appetite for older, smaller, and medium-sized DC multi-unit properties. They prefer larger, newer multi-unit buildings or single-family homes. That leaves fewer options. Fewer options means higher prices and sometimes worse coverage. Which brings us to the part many DC landlords miss. Premiums aren't just increasing, policies are changing. Higher deductibles, roof exclusion, water damage carve-outs, co-insurance clauses. Some DC landlords are underinsured without realizing it. Others are overinsured and paying for inflated replacement values. And if your coverage isn't structured properly, one claim can wipe out years of cash flow. Now, here's the math. If your insurance jumped $3,000 per year, and if you own a 3-unit building, that's $1,000 per unit. If rent increases are limited or frozen, where does that $3,000 come from? Your pocket. And that's where the squeeze begins. Quick pause. If you haven't reviewed your insurance structure in the last 12 months, you're operating blind. In the description below, I have included a landlord cash flow review link. It's not just about selling, it's about stress testing your building. If insurance keeps climbing, you need to know whether your building still performs the way you think it does. Alright, let's talk about what you can actually do. First, shop aggressively. Don't auto-renew, get at least 2-3 quotes. Use brokers who specialize in small multi-unit properties. Second, review replacement cost assumptions. Some buildings are insured at inflated reconstruction values. If your insured value is off by $500,000, you're paying premium on that gap every year. Third, consider deductible strategy. Sometimes increasing deductibles from $5,000 to $10,000 meaningfully lowers premiums, only if you have reserves. Fourth, bundle smartly. Umbrella policies can sometimes reduce liability premium overlap. Fifth, run the hold versus sell math. If insurance compresses your NOI by 8 to 10%, that affects value, which leads to the real question. If your building was barely cash flowing before, insurance spikes may accelerate your decision timeline. Not because you're failing, because risk profile shifted. And markets reprice risk. If you're already feeling squeezed by insurance, tax, and compliance, ignoring this compounding effect can cost you flexibility later. Insurance shock isn't temporary, it's structural. Construction costs aren't going backward. Carrier appetite isn't expanding overnight. If you want a no-pressure review of how insurance increases are affecting your building's true performance, use the link below. Clarity beats surprise always.